Hi guys, it's Mark from Burton Bibles, back with a video review today, following up on the announcement of the Church Bible Publishers Bibles that we've brought in. I'm going to be taking a close look at these Bibles individually, and today we're going to have a look at the Notetakers Bible from CBP. Now, this is a new Bible to me. I've never seen one of these before. The other ones that I've brought over, I have, the Thompson Chain Reference and the Cameo. I'm very familiar with them, but this is a completely new one for me, so I was interested to see what it offered. And I am going to be retailing this Bible to my customers. Obviously, it's going to be primarily UK-based because, obviously, CBP are in the States, and States people will be able to get from CBP. But this is really for my UK customers because this is a really nice Bible and I'm very impressed with it. So spoiler alert, I do like this Bible. Now, let's take a look at it in terms of its dimensions. It is nearly 10 inches tall in the cover, and it is 7 inches wide and about 1.5 inches deep. So it is what I would call a standard size Bible, certainly not hand-sized. But there we go. It is part of their corporate series, so this is bound in ironed calfskin, and it has the distinctive ribs on the spine, which are very nice. Simple gold gilding letters on the spine, nothing on the front, nice and plain. And it has two black ribbons, and it has those black and yellow style head and tail bands. Now, the ironed calfskin is very, very nice. It doesn't have much in the way of character and grain on the front, but that's because it is ironed, but it is lovely and flexible and has a great feel to it. So I was really, really impressed with the ironed calfskin here. And don't forget, this is a really good price point on the Bible. Now, as you open one of these Bibles, you'll notice that it does have a calfskin liner as well, which is very nice, and it is edge-lined. So that means that the liner has been brought under and onto the text block, and a sheet of vinyl card has been pasted over it. So this material is actually joined to the text block, and that's a great thing because the vinyl paste down liners tend to split and crack down here, whereas this natural material will not. It means it has a very flexible hinge, so you can open the front cover like that. And we've got a few sheets of card and presentation pages and stuff like that. And then we get to the actual front page of the Bible. And we do actually have the translator's letter to the reader in this particular edition, which is interesting to see. And then there is the epistle dedicatory, and there's a contents page, and then we're into the Bible. And this is what we get with this Notetakers Bible. Let's just offer it up to the camera here, because what we get is a really nice large print. This is at least a 10-point font, if not an 11 maybe. You get a really nice large print King James Version text, and it is laid out in this way. So there is a single column text column here, which is laid out in chapter and verse format. And then we have a 2.5 inch wide margin here for notes, markings, etc., etc. And what I like about this Bible is the ease with which you can read it, because I'm not a big fan of single column Bibles, but that's because they usually take up the width of the page, or at least 90% of the page, and I struggle to read across, particularly if it's in a paragraph format as well. Whereas this is not like that. It's about 3 inches wide, just over 3 inches wide, the column, and that's just enough for me. So I can read this fine, and it's chapter and verse layout, which I really do appreciate. It's also very clutter-free, this text. There are no running headers across the top. There are no chapter breakdowns either. And the text block is not self-pronouncing. So, for example, if we go over to Matthew chapter 1, that genealogy of the Lord Jesus, you will see that the names there have absolutely no pronunciation marks in there. So it's really nice and straightforward to read. No clutter. There's also no reference because it is just a text block. So it's a really nice and pleasant Bible to read. The print is great and the paper is good too. This paper, the opacity is pretty good. And all I will say about it is it feels, I don't know, between 28 and 30 36 GSM, so it is probably somewhere around the 30 GSM mark. So all I will say about it is it's not super thick. So if you are marking on this Bible, which indeed it is meant for, just be careful what pens you use. I would recommend the Pigma Micron 005, so the most delicate and thin pens that you can get, basically. I have actually marked in this Bible, I'll just show you there. You will notice this on my unboxing video as well, and my brief overview video. So I've used a Micron 005 there, and it seemed to be fine, so it's not coming through the page too bad at all. There's a little bit of show, you can see where it, you have, but it's not a serious issue. And I did also do some notes in here in this particular section in 2nd Chronicles, and you can see that it does show through, but it's not bad by any means. And once you get some notes on the other side, because you're not going over the text or anything, once you get some notes on the other side, you really won't notice that at all. So I was able to put some notes in there about Hezekiah. So all in all, a really nice and pleasant Bible to use. In the back, there's not going to be much at all, so just be aware of that. There are a few note pages, but there isn't a concordance or anything like that. So you'll have a few pages of note paper, and then there are these maps, which I can't tell if they're Nelson maps or Moody maps. I'm not too sure. But there are plenty of them, 15. I think there might be Moody maps, to be honest. And then there are some pages of card in the back as well, so you can do some more notes in there as well. And the reason why I really like this Bible is I think it would make for a great Bible to preach from. And a lot of people ask me about preaching Bibles, and I think this would be a great option for somebody to preach from, because you've got a really nice, clear text to read from and to locate your readings, and you've got this nice big column of note paper space here where you can put some headings and some notes. So if you're preaching, whether it's a simple gospel presentation or whether it's some teaching, you can make some notes there, and it would be a great Bible to have and build up those notes in. Yes, the paper isn't as thick as an Oxford wide margin or as thick as the Cambridge wide margin, but it's still a really, really good option, particularly because of this text. I'm not familiar with this text block at all. I'm not sure where it comes from, but I really do like it, and I've not seen one like it before. So it's a nice, clear, readable text. In the poetic sections, you can see it doesn't change. It's still the same layout, and the lack of running headers is not a problem for me. It might not be a great option for somebody who's new to the scriptures, because you would just need that little bit more sort of explanation and context when you're finding passages, etc. But if you know what you're looking for, then this really is a great Bible to familiarize yourself and use to study in, or to preach from, or even as a journaling Bible, because this would make for a really great option. ESV do a journaling Bible which is on similar paper, so as long as you're using nice thin markers, fine liners, you should be fine with this Bible. So all in all, very impressed with this. A nice, really nice King James Version option for somebody who's looking for those qualities in a Bible edition. So all in all, I really, really do like this Notetakers Bible from Church Bible Publishers. It gets a big thumbs up from me, and it is available in a black letter as it is here, which I'm actually finding black letter editions really refreshing, or you can have it as a red letter. So that's just another thing to bear in mind with this Bible. So it's a great Bible. I like it a lot, and I'm looking forward to getting some of these out into the UK marketplace. Thanks for joining me. I hope you found it interesting and useful. God bless, and we'll see you on another video soon. Bye.